And we're live. Hey everybody, it is Sunday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Mass Effect. I'm wearing the Atop the Fourth Wall logo tee available on Teespring. Apparently I did some milestone thing and they sent me and they allowed me to get a free shirt. So I order my own logo. I should probably have that.
Now, my question is, why don't you have your This Comic Sucks shirt yet?
You know, that's a funny thing. I sent him an email asking, hey, did it actually, become a permanent item? And I haven't heard back from him yet.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, I hope it is, because the link still works, so I'm hoping that's a good sign.
Well, I mean, if it doesn't become permanent off that one's on Shark
Robot. So if it doesn't become a permanent item
Robot
there, it will become a permanent item over on Teespring. Chris Anderson, if Poyo was originally made of cardboard, does that make him a Roblox? Yes. Stream is only going to go for about an hour and a half, because I need to work on the Revenge of the Sith review. Any comic geek, see the Godzilla anime trilogy on Netflix. I know of it. I have not watched it. I've not heard good things about it.
I have not. I have not seen anything about it yet. I actually just got the Blu-rays of Quantum Leap in, so I've been watching that.
Nice. See, this is why we need to get Allison in here. You two can Quantum Leap chat. Yeah, unfortunately, Jess is not available, and Zen's laptop is out of commission, so it's just going to be the two of us tonight.
I am ready for the challenge. Remember, I was your co-host for the first one of these original ones, so...
Yep. Also, I've been coughing a little bit, so I'm sorry about that. I don't have the human... What do we call it?
The human malware.
The human malware, but but for some reason, I think just this shirt decided to make me cough, which is not a good sign for trying to promote my shirts.
No, not really. SKH Video Productions. Shill, man, shill! Promote yourself like Quark!
Come to Quarks, come to Quarks.
Quark is fun. Let's see, come to Quarks, Quarks is fun. Come right now, don't walk, run!
Alright, we gotta wait for Andrew Mason's super chat, and then we'll get started here. We're gonna look for Rex's family armor, or whatever the hell that was, because we are nice people, and we want to... Lewis is allergic to himself, there you go. Actually, I'm sure what it is just like the cat. It's something related to the cats, especially because Starfire has been so wonderful and nice, and she's been climbing into my lap again, which I love.
The life of having adorable pets around, right?
Yep. Did we get the super chat come in?
I have not seen it yet. Andrew Mason, still waiting on your super chat.
Remember, we've disabled slow chat, so you can just post immediately after. Hey, Linkara, there seems to be some confusion when you say that expanded universe material doesn't matter. A few people here seem to think that means you're iffy on high concept. Continued. Buy it, Top Fourth Wall shirts. They're hypoallergenic.
No, they're not hypo. They're hyper.
Hyperallergenic. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you got a long question that requires a lot of backstory, Andrew, but...
And expanded material in general.
Yeah.
I have no problem with expanded material. My problem is when I make this critique of the ridiculously of Queen Amidala's outfits, and 30 comments come in. Actually, this novel explains that that there's like weapons and stuff hidden inside of them, so it's actually really practical. It's not in the movie. They don't say that in the movie. They don't explain that in the movie. It doesn't count.
Not to mention, that's... hold on. If the novel explains that there's weapons hidden in on those really stupidly elaborate outfits, then why the hell didn't they use any of those said weapons during the retaking of the palace?
Well, to be fair, it's not like, it seems like it's more of a defensive action for like an assassination attempt versus anything else.
In which case you have, in which case you basically have decoys. So all of the decoy measures and And
they have
of
all
the,
these security precautions. You ever really
Yeah.
think about that? They have all these security precautions for a planet that otherwise is pretty out there and no one seems to give a crap about.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, yeah, granted, later on, I can understand. I mean, it's like, you're the home planet of the Emperor.
Yeah, once all the events happen that make it, you make Naboo be put on the map. But before then, they have all these security measures, and yet no standing army.
Yeah, except for some pilots, Yeah,
they have security volunteers. So expanded material is fine, but they shouldn't have to explain plot details for the movie rather than expanding on what's already seen. Yes, because it feels like the expanded universe at times, especially with Star Wars, seems to exist solely to explain away weird goofs in the films. Like I was rewatching Attack of the Clones, and there was this funny moment because they reuse a shot of Amidala pushing a button to in the Naboo ship they're on, and it's just a funny goof, because they reuse the shot. It's different graphics. No one's gonna notice this unless you're a nitpicker like me. But no, there's an explanation for it. Someone felt the need to explain. Well, you see, it's actually some kind of fingerprint reader that can tell her exact intentions. Why do we need that? Why can't it just be the movie made a mistake?
And in that case, why the hell do we have multiple buttons? Why do we even have other buttons? Why is the control panel just one big button? SKH Video Production, Throws Pony, quickly derail the Star Wars talk with game.
I'm okay with this because this is just following up on my reviews. We have gotten to the prequel reviews. We can finally talk about Star Wars stuff.
Jacob Lerma, is Sunday the new stream day?
Not intentionally. I would like to go back to Saturdays. It's just, I recorded the Revenge of the Sith review yesterday, and that was 3 hours, and my voice needed a break.
Well, at least you actually recorded it, unlike last time where you intended to record it and fell asleep.
Yep.
Patrick Caulfield, have you seen or heard of the DC animated movie Apocalypse War? Saw it, and let's just say it's got the mentality of Ultimatum, just nowhere near as stupid.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. No, I don't watch the DC animated stuff. I mean, none of the direct-to-video movies, I should say.
Gens, plus there's a different counter-argument. It's fancy, ritualistic garb. People have fancy clothes sometimes, especially royalty.
Yep. And I'm still going to make fun of it because it looks stupid. Man, a lot of $1 ones suddenly coming in all at once here.
Chris Sanderson, plot hole happens. It's explained in a novel, which was made after the movies. Hello! Yep. 7 Seraphim 7. The entirety of the Maw black hole cluster exists just to explain away the whole parsec thing that was just Han's BSing in the first place.
Which, even if you actually watch the scene, like, Obi-Wan kind of rolls his eyes.
Sir Straw Hat. We've got all our buttons, lights, and knobs to deal with. I mean, there are literally hundreds of thousands
of buttons and knobs and switches and blinking lights, and I can't stand it anymore!
Lights. They're blinking and beeping and flashing!
Sir,
pull the plug!
I'm okay.
Gordon's, yeah. You know what? I'm not convinced that was Murdoch. I'm convinced that was just Shatner being Shatner.
It's entirely possible.
Gordon ZX. Don't talk to Joker and Lyra first. The latter needs some comfort after losing her mother.
Don't talk to Lyra. I wasn't planning on it. We got Rex's mission. I was just going to go on that.
Speaks too soon. Got suspended at one of my jobs today. I'm potentially fired. Thanks for being here to cheer me up. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you were, hopefully you were not fired, and we will try to entertain as best as we can as we talk about Star Wars goofs with elaborate explanations to them. God, you really can see that I'm balding on top. I'm depressed about that. Plays. Now I'm going to look. Blitz plays. Watch Clone Wars. It gives a better Anakin. I actually have to agree.
I'm sure it does, but I'm just not interested.
Mike, VLTG3. So you're telling me somewhere in the EU there's an explanation for that one stormtrooper hitting his head against the door? No, that is in the movies proper.
That's in the movies proper. When they made it, when they did the special edition, they actually added a bonk sound effect of his head hitting.
It gets worse. They called it out because they made Django do the same thing when he's boarding Slave 1 after he tosses Obi-Wan over the side.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's a clone. except not. Nah, whatever. Sebastian Edmond. Hey, Lewis, I get you're a huge fan of DCAU films, but if you were to pick your top 7 or top 10, which would you pick?
I don't know. I can barely remember which ones I have seen and which I haven't seen, which I'd like maybe like 3.
And Gens also still thinks C-3PO coincidence is the Force. Yeah,
that just seems lazy.
I thought you were going to do the other one. That's not how the Force works.
You know what? As a matter of fact, yeah, that is not how the Force works. What does the Force achieve by having C-3PO re-enter their lives and be connected by this? What does the Force gain by Chewbacca having met Yoda?
Yeah, I know. Stormtrooper helmets have terrible peripherals. They actually have terrible vision in general, as shown in you can't
see a thing out of this thing. A New Hope.
Yeah, A New Hope, yeah.
Gordon's X, sorry, typo. I meant to say, don't forget to talk to Joker and Liara first. Well, I wasn't going to, but okay now. Speaking of, let's go mass some effect.
Yes. Switch over to my screen share here.
And for some reason, it does not want to connect into the game. I guess, there we go. Talk for a second.
This is a microphone check.
Okay, good. Good. Your audio is coming in.
Whew.
It seemed like no audio was coming out. I think it's because I hadn't clicked on the game. Alright, we talked to Rex. We gotta talk to Joker and Liara. Joker's the pilot, right?
Yep. But Liara is Liara should be in the medical bay, I believe.
I don't even remember what that is. I should really be playing this game on my off time.
I think it's deck 2.
I don't know where deck 2 is. I don't even know what deck we're on right now.
Up the elevator.
Up the elevator.
That's the engine room. Yeah, I think it's up the elevator, then to the back. You know, it's really sad. This ship, I mean, you get really familiar with this ship during this game. And in the opening minutes of Mass Effect 2, it's trashed and destroyed.
Nice. Patrick Caulfield, I know the voice doesn't fit, but I can't help but giggle at the thought of Palpatine having Archer's voice and going, oh my god, I can't believe my plans are working out this well. Seriously, you're all dumb.
Lee Hartso, Bonk Stormtrooper is Snoke is better than we got. Let's see. Gordon ZX, I don't watch wrestling. And story.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
She did.
In the end, maybe she's better off now.
Maybe. She was a good person once, before she was twisted by Sovereign's power. Better to remember her as she used to be.
She was twisted and evil. Ryan Meir, painting Power Rangers minis while watching Lewis affecting some mass. This is a good night. Yes, it is. Scooney, hailing Kara. I know it's fair.
There's one above that. Emperor Seth, what would German Shepherd do in Star Wars?
Shoot things, presumably. Probably be part of the rebellion.
All right, Scooney, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Linkara, I know it's a fair ways away, but this October, Fallout New Vegas is celebrating its 10th anniversary. Would you consider streaming it? Probably not, because it's not a horror game. And October, I will be playing a horror game again. Hey, Draconius, having seen and heard your opinion on how Anakin was handled in Attack of the Clones, I am curious how you feel how he was handled in the Clone Wars TV series, if you are familiar with that series. Just barely through, like, SF Debris reviews. And even then, it's not the kind of character I wanted out of him. The way I envisioned him, when they first announced they were doing the prequels, and especially in thought, Anakin should not be a main character at all. He should be a secondary character who we see slowly becoming darker and darker throughout. It's just, they ended up making him basically the main character. Obi-Wan should have been the main character of the prequels, in my opinion. Demi Fiend of Time, what does the Force gain by dropping a moon on Chewie? The most stupidly awesome death in Legends, and he gets Wookiee Rushmore as his memorial. Daniel Brandt, happy Victoria Day, long weekend from Canada. Woo, long weekend.
That's us next weekend.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
There.
Okay, you're good.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
Then let us talk about you. Are you okay?
Don't worry about me.
You do not have to put on a brave face for me, Commander. This crew relies on you for leadership. It can be a heavy burden.
I've got broad shoulders.
I have no doubt about that. But can they carry the weight of an entire galaxy?
I mean, I haven't tried, but...
Stop, Saren. Never mind. I'm sorry, Commander. The last thing you need is someone constantly reminding you of how great.
Is there anything else you'd
you
rather talk about? No, not really.
Anything else you would rather talk about?
I should go.
Just
Goodbye,
okay,
Commander.
you're good. I gotta go talk to Joker now. Sir Straw Hat, I just realized Sith is shit rearranged.
Yes, you realize that? I've been on that for a while.
I actually just found that out. Katrina Jones, there. I hope I don't romance you by accident.
Alright, Joker, it would be up here. I don't know why we're talking to Joker.
Anna Comic Geek, seen the Netflix redub of... I have no idea what to pronounce it.
Evangelion, and the answer is no,
Evangelion.
I have not.
Why am I glad to be off of Novaria?
Like, when I saw Evangelion back in the day, it was pretty much all
One will freeze
subs.
your balls off. The other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I mean, when I watched it all back in the day, bear in mind, when I was into anime, the brief few years I was into it, this was still in the age when before YouTube, before a lot of torrenting, we had file sharing programs, but they were very primitive compared to torrent sites and the like nowadays. So when I watched it, we watched it on Real Player. Hard burned in subs, like little tiny screens. You see the size of like my webcam in the corner of the display here. That's about the size of the video. Maybe a little bit bigger than that for 640 by 480 video.
Yeah, except it was also kind of more blocky than that.
The good old days.
Yes.
All right, why don't you read some super chats while we wait here?
All right, Sebastian Edmund, Shepard, if you wish to talk more and anything else, don't hesitate, Liara.
Press F to pay respects.
And Andrew Mason, you think the sequels could have been improved if the enemy was the Yuzang Vaughn instead of rehashed Empire and clone Palpatine? If you're familiar with that.
I am aware of the Yuzhang Vong, but I don't think they would be any better. I was perfectly happy with it being the First Order.
Yeah, I remember. I haven't read any of the EU, but I do remember reading somewhat about the Vong, and about the only thing that really struck me was they freaking took Coruscant.
Yeah, my big issue is that is not that we had like Empire remnants coming back. And I'm gonna get into this when I get to the Revenge of the Sith review. The big problem is Palpatine became the main villain again.
Gorn ZX, clearly the best stormtrooper is the Shockmaster. Mark Burgle. Burgle? Yeah. Lewis, watching this has inspired me to do some live streaming on my own. It's been fun playing games with an audience, even if it's just my parents half the time.
It's all good. I'm glad when you're having fun with it.
Captain Avenger 1993, in your Superboy Prime voice, say, it's all Obi-Wan's fault. He's jealous. He's holding me back. Also, shut up and take my money, but don't shut up.
It's all Obi-Wan's fault. He's jealous. He's holding me back. Also, shut up and take my money, but don't shut up. Believe it or not, I do not bust out the Superboy Prime voice for Anakin at any point because he's not that annoying. His delivery is too flat for me to call him annoying.
Yeah,
Mind you, whenever he does get emotional, especially during Revenge of the Sith, I really want to know if Lucas gave him any direction at all, and what was he going through his head. You turned her against me! Just like weird emphasis on words.
Maybe they got the comic book version ahead and said, put the emphasis on the bold ones, and they're like, but this makes
Don't
no sense.
lecture me, Obi-Wan. I have brought peace, justice, and security to my new empire.
That's true. Why is he emphasizing it like that? I never thought of that.
It's again, these are all good actors, but they're not directed well. And we saw like his scream of "I hate you" at Obi-Wan is so visceral and natural and emotional, and it works so well versus like every other time he tries to be like that.
This is the end for you, my master. SKH Video Production, LimeWire/eMule. I remember those, but not
those are the ones. eMule, I think that's what I used. I couldn't remember the name of the one I used.
Speaks too soon. 3 good things about Rise of Skywalker.
3 good things about Rise of Skywalker. Rebels on horses.
John Williams.
I was gonna say. There was a thing I liked. There was a good thing. I do like Palpatine's callback of the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. It was creepy in the original, and it's creepy here, too.
There's another callback in there. I'm not sure if they did it just to wink at the camera, though. The callback, do it. It's in there.
I do like the look of Exegol. It is a gorgeously dark and foreboding place. Again, my problem is entirely that Palpatine is the villain again.
Kyoji Kaiju, Star Wars sequel trilogy, hijacked by Ganon, or Palpatine. Let's see here. Sebastian Emmon, Superboy Prime. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. There's no saving that line at all.
No.
It's supposed to be a call. It's supposed to be a callback to Palpatine saying that good and evil are a point of view, Anakin. But it's just like there's no way you can make that sound like anything a human being would say.
What's even worse is I don't know if you were actively trying the Superboy Prime voice, but that was dead on Anakin.
It's just the weird emphasis he places, and just like I'm half convinced it's dubbed, and they're not even showing him what was going on during the performance, and that's why he's just kind of like not certain how to say it.
Commander Grizzly, what are your thoughts on Star Trek Beyond?
Love Star Trek Beyond. I think it's the best of the Abrams trilogy of the Kelvinverse.
100% agreed. Ryan Muir, what always gets me is from my point of view, the Jedi are evil quote. It's so weird sounding. Yeah, we just
so weird sounding. It's so unnatural, and it's so out of nowhere.
Demi Fiend of Time.
Plus, it's not really a refutation.
Demi Fiend of Time. Best part of Legends was the Old Republic era, especially since the Sith are based on the greatest evil of all time. Ancient Egypt!
Dun, 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 dun.
How appropriate. Patrick Caulfield, for Halloween, are you considering playing Silent Hill 2, or is that too story heavy?
As a matter of fact, I am considering playing a Silent Hill game for it, so we will see how I'm feeling around that time.
And he continues, if not, are we getting a goofy horror game or an actual scary game?
I like to do actual proper scary horror games, so yeah, probably something like that.
Sebastian Edmond, what about Wedge coming back from retirement? For like, what, a second?
Yeah, I didn't even notice that it happened until people pointed it out. And even then, it's not like Wedge is some deeply important character to the lore.
Sorry, this isn't a super chat, but this is great. And probably about Exegol, as it looked as if a gold ship crash landed. David Birch, $20. Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Lewis. You've said that you don't care for the Marvel DC stuff outside the comics, but you've made exceptions like the MCU and the 90s Superman cartoon. So what does it take for non-comic material to capture your interest?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, a lot of this stuff, especially with like the original Batman and Superman animated series and Justice League, it's nostalgic because I watched it as a kid. Modern day stuff just doesn't hold the same appeal to me because I'm older now. It just doesn't. The MCU is an exception because, you know, I'm watching them as an adult and they make it for all ages pretty effectively. But like modern day cartoons and stuff is just like, it's not bad or anything. It's just, oh well, I've seen it before and I'm not really interested in seeing it again.
Jacob Lerma, man, I hate Red Letter Media.
You can, you can hate them, you can like them. As far as I'm concerned, my point was the Plinkett reviews have not aged well.
Shadowlance, Linkara, will you ever do Power Rangers the Psychopath?
Someone patrons it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water because I'm like coughing up a storm here.
Oh, okay.
Entertain the people with some songs.
I don't know the lyrics to the new Atop the Fourth Wall, folks. So that's a problem. So, welcome everyone to the Game Show Reviewer live stream. I've taken it over. What the heck? It's my graphics anyway driving it. So, ask me anything you want about game shows. All proceeds go to Lewis. Let's see here. 7 Star from 7. The Pay Lewis to talk about Star Wars stream. Yeah, no kidding. Speaks too soon. Actually, I'll save that for when Lewis gets back. Whistle the Stargate theme. Oh, I can sing the Stargate theme. Stargate, it's a crazy trip. You can go quite far and you don't need a car or even a ship. We're talking Stargate. I don't know the rest of it from there. I am not kidding, by the way. That is the those are the actual lyrics to the Stargate theme. Someone asked me my favorite game show theme. Someone said Press Your Luck, and I agree. Zaxby's does exist. Yes, SKH Video Productions. This is Zaxby's is real. This is the official yes. Let's see here.
You know what it is when it comes to me coughing?
What's that?
It's not like I've gotten sick over the last few weeks. It's that I've suddenly gotten so happy and laughing so hard it keeps screwing up my throat.
Congratulations! Your cough is due to the people.
It's just every single time the last few weeks that's happened where I've started like coughing insanely and like scratching my throat and everything like that. It has always been I've just been too happy. So eventually, so it seems that I will probably be the most dour person in the world to keep myself from coughing.
Oh God, no! Don't do that. Okay, going back to super chats here. Let's see, we had 7 Star from 7 say this has become the Pay Lewis to talk about Star Wars stream.
Pretty much, isn't that every week? Anyway, I'm gonna actually advance the story a bit.
Everything they said she'd
okay.
be.
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect.
I will resume super
Takes
chats
a while to get
after
used to that
we're done with
drive
this.
core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Was there a reason why I'm supposed to be talking to him? Because I don't see anything that's important for, like, quests and stuff.
Yeah.
Because Gordon ZX, you are determined to have me follow a certain path, so tell me, what am I doing here talking to Joker when I could be, trying to get some armor? Joker and Shepard having a staring contest.
Speaks too soon. In college film class, we showed 2 clips to the class. An example of good acting and an example of bad acting. The "you turned her against me" was my bad example, and Operation Overdrive's iMac revelation was good. Sir Straw Hat, perhaps a better way of phrasing it would have been, from my point of view, the Jedi are no better. Holy crap, that actually fixes a big time. So long as it's said right.
It's somewhat better, but like even then, you shouldn't say from my point of view. You just say the Jedi are no better.
Yeah.
You don't say from my point of view. This isn't a debate.
Yeah, it's sort of like, well, if the moderator will allow me to say it. Let's see here. SKH Video Production. Zaxby's is real stream. Zaxby's is real.
No, it isn't.
Henrik Erickson. Yeah, it is. Henrik Erickson, interesting bit about the Sand People village that Anakin massacred. In the old EU, that place became rather infamous to other Sand People tribes because they thought an angry spirit or demon slaughtered the whole village. Well, technically it did.
I was gonna say.
Yay! I think that's it. Let's continue.
The answer to everyone and why we're talking to him is Seth Green. Guys, Seth Green is fine. I have no strong feelings about him. I don't need to hear Seth Green voice acting.
I have to go.
Oh, yeah. There's a question here. If you had chosen a male character model for Shepard, would you have called him John?
No. I don't want to be too obvious.
Something you need?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain.
Hashtag
You want
Zaxby's
me
Gate.
as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my flight, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean...
I mean, I am at this point.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack. It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy
This
in my
guy
hands
is
and I'll
so
make her
hosed when
dance
the
for
Normandy
you.
gets
Just
destroyed.
don't ask
I
me
was
to
gonna
open
say.
up and dance unless, you like
He
the sound of
survives,
snapping
but,
shin
you know.
bones.
Wow.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Jacob Lerma, I've been watching
I
Godzilla.
was
The
just
last
thinking
one
how much
I
you
saw,
remind me
All
of Santa
Monsters
Claus.
Attack. That movie
I
was a
didn't
waste of
pick the
time.
name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
That's just weird.
That's how a lot of call signs are developed.
By doing the exact opposite?
Well, there's a story out of World War II. A guy named Donald Gordon. He was a pilot aboard Enterprise, and as his squadron leader was basically like, "So what's your call sign? What's your nickname?" And he said, "Well, they call me Smiley, I think it was back home or something like that." And he says, "That's not going to sound good over the radio. How about Flash? You're now Flash Gordon." And yeah, that was his call sign, Flash Gordon. Donald Flash Gordon.
Demi
One of the
feet of
best
time,
pilots.
the Jedi are no better. They slaughtered the Sith people, men, women, and children, just because they worship the dark side. The Jedi have made mistakes. Not in the movie. It's not in the movie, guys. That's the problem. You can't say the Jedi are no better if something like that is not in the movie. At least in terms of stuff that I'm supposed to criticize about them. Yes, in the EU, I don't doubt that they did that kind of thing. I'm just saying, to try to make this point, you have to go by what's in the films.
Yep. In my opinion, if it's not on the screen, it didn't happen.
In my opinion, if it's not on the screen, it didn't happen.
In my view. There you go.
All right, Evan Pambell, when people recommend The Clone Wars, no, it's not simply for fixing the prequels. Good series by its own right, like The Mandalorian. I know. But let me tell you something, guys, especially with this. I got so tired of that period of time in Star Wars. Like everything during the time of the prequels, I just got so sick of it. I was sick of the Clone Wars, both Clone Wars cartoons. I was sick of all the video games set during it. I got sick of the oversaturation of the Clone Wars itself, because that period ends up taking up so much time and so much stuff and so much media relates around it. It was exhausting. I'm more interested in the period after Return of the Jedi.
And you know what? You do have a point. Why is it called the Clone Wars? That kind of... Shouldn't it be the Separatist War?
Exactly.
Yeah, so...
Look out for some straw hats while I ask Joker if he's unhappy.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Alrighty.
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling
There we
at
go.
graduation.
I was born with glass bones
Let's
and
go.
paper skin. Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms.
Ugh. Alright, let's figure out where the hell we're going.
Oh, it's a SpongeBob reference. At night, I lie awake. At night, I lie awake in agony until my heart attacks put me to sleep.
Argos Row Cluster.
Nathan Ottinger. Hey, just got here. What did I miss?
Mostly me coughing.
Yeah. I sang the Stargate theme. Part of it.
Doesn't have lyrics, though.
It does. It does have lyrics.
Oh.
Written by the actual executive producers.
Oh, God.
You got it. You got it on DVD, right?
Yep.
Watch the episode. I think it's not Double Jeopardy. It's the one. It's the one with that washout from the Academy, or not really the washout, but the quote unquote mean girl from the Academy.
Ah.
Watch that one with the director's commentary on the opening theme. They sing the opening theme there.
Neat. Phoenix System is where we're going.
Oh, so what do you think about the new announcements in the Star Trek land?
Which ones? Oh, the Pike series?
Strange New Worlds.
Can we, for the love of God, just go past Next Gen and Voyager? Can we please stop having TOS nostalgia?
Good luck with that.
Especially TOS nostalgia for stuff that doesn't look like TOS.
Sir Straw Hat, Lewis's coughing has evolved into wheezing. No, I hope not. Also, how are you going to handle Super Chats once you've made the jump to Twitch?
Don't know, we'll figure it out. Said you have the
Damn.
Phoenix System, but we're supposed to be in the Argus Row cluster.
Patrick Caulfield, do you think the diner in Clones was like a throwback theme or something? Also, I'm curious how architect schools work in the Star Wars world. Like, do you think Jedi would be great at construction?
My okay, you apparently have only just joined in. I've been coughing this entire time.
Nihilist says go to the Ryan cluster.
Okay. That was Argus Row, is what it said in the thing.
But, hold on, isn't that where you are right now, Argus Row?
Yeah, but they're saying go to the Ron cluster.
Oh. Henrik Erickson, something I find funny in the Old Republic online game is when a Sith Lord makes a funny joke. It makes me imagine Darth Vader after revealing his true identity to Luke saying, "Here, son, let me give you a hand." That would actually fit with Vader.
Yeah.
Gorn ZX, I was just suggesting to get to know Joker as a character. I bet you're streaming Silent Hill Homecoming this October because since it's on Steam.
He's hiding a base somewhere in the Argus Row cluster. Where the hell are we going?
Is there no Phoenix system where you are?
There is no Phoenix system here.
Genth. Okay, I am back for arguing. Look, the Force is a sentient, timeline-encompassing thing. It tweaks via coincidence to do stuff, and it obviously prefers to work by smaller coincidence than larger.
Patching it through.
General distress call. Sacred Angel Medical Transport.
Sacred Angel Medical Transport.
Losing power.
Oh, okay, well, we're here.
Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Imperative. This is the Kobayashi Maru. 19 periods out of Altair 6. We have struck a gravitic mine and have lost all power. Our hull is damaged and we've sustained many casualties.
No, we got a distress call, so might as well,
Genth, continuing. What could be a smaller thing in the universe than a droid without whom Luke would never have understood R2 and would never had the plot going? Let's see. Jacob Lerma. 5's best clone trooper.
Woo!
Oh, yay! SKH Video Production. Can't we get beyond Thunderdome? I mean, Voyager.
Transponder signal anomaly. Yeah, screw you, Rex. We're just gonna investigate this.
All right. KH Rones 91. How would you do the sequel trilogy differently?
I have an entire spiel I'm going to give in the Rise of Skywalker video about how I would do Rise of Skywalker differently. But we're not there yet. Otherwise, I love Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Where the hell am I going?
I was about to say, you're kind of driving competently.
Woo!
There you go.
See, I can't do the woo when I'm trying not to cough.
Good point.
I'm relying on you for conversation pieces here.
Connor Johnson. One of my favorite children's authors of all time is the late Crockett Johnson. Also, you're familiar with his Harold and the Purple Crayon book series?
Nope, not at all. Never heard of him. Sorry.
Sir Straw Hat. The Phoenix system is north of the Hydra system, apparently. Also, perhaps Arkham Asylum for October games.
Eh.
And Gent. Perpetua. Empowered by how terrible 2020 is IRL.
Yeah.
Hard to play when you have no eyes.
Better driving. Woo!
Oh, no. Hey, Vigo.
You also got a cat.
Anyway, I just came on to say you're a nerd.
I am indeed a nerd. I am a coughing nerd.
Hold on, Vigo. You just now noticed this?
First off, coughing.
Yep. I am not sick. What happened is the same thing that keeps happening, is that I laugh too hard and then I I've been drinking it.
Cool yourself down. I'm washing my hands.
I got one. I'm sorry. Do you know how that sounded? How that sounded to me? I'm not sick.
Not sick. I just laughed too hard. Vega says if I give her COVID, she's going to die. We want to avoid that.
Yeah.
Take you down with me too.
That's fair.
Sebastian and ooh. Yeah, you know what? I have a magic gun. I can take over. Sebastian Edmund. Lewis, do you think Chirrut was a Jedi in Rogue One?
Nope. He was just a monk who guarded the temple.
SKH Video Productions. Miga used the power of ponies on him.
Vegan. Did you hear that?
AAA.
They want you to use the power of ponies on me. Doesn't feel like it.
Captain Adventure 93. Ixnay on the Ovid K. Is that actual proper pig Latin? Wow. I didn't think people could actually speak it nowadays. Just your typical everyday Mako drive.
You know what it might also have been? I put a lot of seasoning salt on the burgers I had for dinner.
Yeah, I got the special recipe of spices I like to put on basically everything.
I just put.
I'll tell you what. If you ever make your way down here, then I'll make some of the best damn chicken tenders you've ever had.
I don't doubt it.
Shadowlands. Used to think everything was returned after Return of the Jedi was kind of boring until I read the Jedi Academy series and followed Jenna's story in it. So I was hyped to hear her Disney version in Rey. Sadly, it failed. Hanyamara Arnson. I arrive here after finishing the Clone Wars series and find more of the constant Star Wars arguing and Linkara doing a Grievous impression. It's that sort of day, isn't it?
Yep.
Or that sort of day, it seems.
General Kenobi!
This is why you keep talking.
It's my, because I try to do
Little
General
sh-
Grievous impressions.
Just, you know what sucks?
What?
Star Wars. And I wish it wasn't true anymore.
Vega's still upset about Rise of Skywalker.
I'll never
I
get
gather.
over it. It was the chosen one. It's supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it.
Not leave it in darkness!
Did you just do an Obi-Wan
Seriously, ever since Star Wars has become a weekly topic in this house, I've been re-angered and sad. I'll never love Star Wars again until Mandalorian Season 2 comes out.
Henrik Erickson, are you going to review a Rise of Skywalker comic? Are you planning on doing an original trilogy month to finish the movies?
I'll do an original trilogy month eventually, probably after I do the Rise of Skywalker comic.
Captain Adventure 93, hey Vega, have you heard about the Power Rangers pony?
Yes. Yes.
He said yes.
Also, howdy Jess.
Hey, Jess is in the chat. How do I get to that place on my beacon meter? I'm off-roading here.
You're having a blast getting there. The Solution 101. Can't we all just get along and hate the Christmas special together?
No.
No. You have obviously never met Star Wars fans. Matthew Graydon. My friend told me there was a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype that is a mix of Star Wars and the Wizard of Other. I'm an MTG guy, but that made me smile.
Neat.
Huh.
Where is this debris? You know what? Screw it. This is not where we're supposed to be going.
Emperor
How
Seth.
do we get off this planet?
Good question. Emperor Seth, you'll have to introduce 90s Librarian.
You lead, I'll follow.
How do I get back to the ship?
Justice. They're saying N.
N?
Yeah. Good night, Jess. Again. So is it just me, or has DC been in the same event since 2017?
I believe it. Okay, they say zoom out from Hydra, and then I'll be able to find it. There it is, but it's hidden from us.
There it is. Shadowlands. I'm not saying Rey is bad, just not as good as Janna.
If you say so. Vevanok, can we land there? Yes, we can. We can survey it. There's a base somewhere we gotta find. So not Sil Sato. Tuntao. Patashi. And survey this one.
This, a lot of these, I mean, that planet looked a little too close to the sun to be habitable. There
Tuntao we can land on, though. Alright, so if we presume that the place we can land on has the base.
Nope. The space jackassery continues. Gordon ZX, the one problem I have with critics is they always focus on what they want in a product instead of the product itself. Well, I mean, biases, you know, they're going to exist one way or another. Wow, that map looks familiar.
Hidden structure, I think that's it. I'm like wheezing, but I'm not actually wheezing. As if I was having difficulty breathing, which I'm not.
Anymore Arnson, also, I pondered alternate universes lately and came up with a strange one for a future joke. 00 Linkara. He's a caveman who reviews hieroglyphs.
Third act need work.
By the way, chat, I must mention that every single idea you come up with and post here immediately becomes property of Atop the Fourth Wall, Inc. Jacob Lerma, sorry Vega, I like Rise of Skywalker. Let's go to this waypoint called Hidden Hideout. I'm sure there's nothing there.
There's nothing here. We got this. Woo!
Henrik Henriksen, I hope the High Republic series is done well. I like the idea of Noel being non-force using villains. It's for the best to give the Sith and the like a break. And Andrew Mason, I'm more upset by Kennedy and the creators being so freaking immature and demanding, not insisting, demanding, that we only like their stuff and saying that they only like their stuff, and anyone who says otherwise is ex-blatant statement.
I am 99% certain that is an exaggeration of their words.
This is the place.
Probably.
My armor's here somewhere.
All right. And then Rex, we were going to give you some points here.
Well, there's 6 of them to give. Linkara 63. Linkara is a crotchety old man who acts like an asshole for the early episodes before turning into a Beatles cosplay.
Her hacking and her electronics. And we'll save here as well. Nice.
There's only one problem with the Qui-Gon Jinn movie. You have to show Dooku at some point. Okay, so
good job, guys.
Pirates. That's it. Just pirates have his family armor.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Yeah, you kind of broke up on me there.
Oh, the pirates really have a lot of health.
Yeah.
Go!
Like multiple shots in the chest.
Yeah.
I call bullcrap on this.
Linkara 1 million. Linkara is a time-traveling reviewer who reviews periods of history and lives inside the sun. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Laser Train. Le Linkara, a 17th century art critic who reviews paintings of comic book heroes.
Do you think we should go?
I'm thinking so. Alan Pearson said he posted a Linkara meme on Twitter. Jeez, these are some freaking strong pirates.
There.
Shadow Lace, I'll keep an eye out for your super chat. Andrew Mason, enemies exiting a line. Hut. I can't tell you how disappointed I was when I found out that real special forces don't do that. So, you've killed what? All of one?
2.
2?
I think actually 3 total.
Wow.
What line?
Enemy is everywhere!
Yeah, there's no line to hold.
The enemy's everywhere. She just keeps moving around everywhere.
There you go. Hold the line.
Enemy
What
is
line? You're all over the place.
Ah.
Aww. You know what's really unfair?
What?
Your team can die multiple times and they'll revive instantly without you doing anything, but you don't get that option.
Nope. That's what makes us special.
Henymar Arnson, watch out, Linkara. I can see their parachutes. Solution 101. Hey, Linkara, how are you today?
I am coffee and having difficulty with pirates.
Standard day, in other words.
Yes.
And Jacob Lerma, it is Matt Martin at Lucasfilm says, okay to not like new stuff, and he said it's all fake anyway.
Yeah, it is.
What? What do you mean?
You realize Star Wars isn't real, right?
What? No, that's not right. That's like saying that Star Trek's not real.
Oh boy.
Although, I've read that at the real Cheyenne Mountain complex there is a door with like 16 locks on it that's labeled Stargate Command.
Ah. I would do that.
It's actually a broom closet. Yes, and Star Wars is a historical documentary. Henrik Erickson, ever seen the Obi-Wan has PTSD fan video?
Yep.
Could be fun if an Obi-Wan movie was a bit like that, just Obi-Wan walking around Tatooine and having flashbacks to his past adventures. Nah, that'd be kind of sad, actually.
Why are they not dying?
They're killing you awful easily.
Okay, what are those other abilities that I supposedly have? Okay, Unity.
David Martinez says change the ammo.
That is true. We've been focusing mostly on techno stuff, so.
7 Seraphim 7. Shepard, use the biotics.
Okay, so let's see. We need combat sensor. Chemical rounds. I like the toxic rounds. Rail extension.
Oh, by the way, Lewis, are you aware that on your 600th episode, you reviewed a Marvel comic, even though in Roman numerals that episode was DC.
Ha!
Henymar Arnson, why are they not dying? I told you I can see their parachutes. Let's see here. I am still waiting. Okay, there it is. Sir Straw Hat. Why the heck is it so easy to find a black and gold Legacy Titanus, but it's almost impossible to find a black and white one, and the few available ones are extremely expensive?
I could not tell you. Whoop, I went outside by mistake.
And Andrew Mason, I don't like how he worded it. The proper term is fiction. Saying it's fake implies it's just mindless / conspiracy / inconsistency / story.
Fair enough.
Doesn't matter so long as there's pretty lights.
But you know what he meant. There we go.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Go!
I'm going, bossy boots!
Oh, uh-oh. Ah! Patrick Caulfield, if you were to re-review the Marvel comics, would you take out the parts like hoping Bill Jemas would step on a Lego brick?
Lord, no.
Curious Studio recently saying you only criticize people that deserve it.
No. Bill Jemas still deserves it. He said a lot of really stupid stuff in the past. But, like, if the worst I can say is I hope you step on a Lego brick, that hurts, but it's not like, active, like, death threat kind of thing.
And that might be the funniest thing I've ever heard. just an ultimate seething anger. I hope you step on a Lego brick. Nathan Ottinger, Lincoul's a Linkara set in ancient Greece reviewing statues of superheroes as the Greek pantheon.
You think Tally? Yeah, she's using shredding rounds.
SKH Video Productions, Go 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 is going to make Linkara rip and tear.
Oh, I'm using the wrong thing here. That's the thing. That's the problem. I thought I was using the wrong thing. Shred around here. That should help. I was not upgrading my shotgun.
Yeah, there you go. Jacob Lerma says, Rise of Skywalker is my favorite Star Wars climax.
Yeah, if you like it, you like it. I cannot, make you. Whoop! Again, I'm outside. You are under no obligation to agree with me on anything I say.
Okay. Alright, Shadowlands, I'll be watching for your super chat. As we watch Linkara do this for the... who knows how many times.
Go, go, go!
Okay, that's actually kind of funny.
Oh yeah, this is working a lot better.
Linkara, what's your favorite EU story?
Probably one of the, one of the video games, probably, one of the Jedi Knight games, like the Jedi Outcast, the Kyle Katarn games. God damn it.
I rather like Outcast.
I didn't heal in time.
Outcast in terms of story, but Jedi Academy in terms of gameplay. I just had more fun with Jedi Academy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. There was something I missed.
Moves too damn fast.
Gordon ZX says, don't forget you can cover.
Cover doesn't work because they keep moving!
And you can use bionics.
Screw your bionics. I hate using those.
And, Sir Straw Hat, I am waiting for your chat.
The problem is my allies keep getting in my way and they keep moving, so the cover is no good. The guests have the decency to stay still.
Sir Straw Hat says, who's the worst, Miller, Liefeld, or Didio? God, I can't pronounce his name.
Didio, you got it right.
Yeah, Didio. Hanumar Arnson, question about the Killing Show. Do you think that, as I've heard some people say, it should never have existed to begin with? Or that they should separate it from canon?
I will have to think about that in a minute. God bless it.
Get him! There you go.
You see my problem, right?
Yeah, I do. They keep moving in on you. They're basically charging you.
And that's my strategy, damn it. What makes it so effective?
Yeah. Run and gun.
Anyway, what was the most hated one again? 'Cause I didn't really answer that.
Hold on. Was that the who's worse, Quesada, Miller, Liefeld, or Didio?
Miller. Go for the racist every time.
Henymar Arnson, question about the killing joke. Do you think that, as I've heard some people say, it should never have existed in the first to begin with, or that they should keep it separate from canon?
No, it should still be a thing that happens in canon.
Not now, Shepard.
Gen says, Doug Monarch, I hope the tap is so powerful you get splashed.
There you go.
Sorry, the Lego brick's still better. Henrik Erickson, too bad these aren't the space pirates from the Metroid franchise. At least they don't yell go, go, go over and over again. No, that's what we do. Darn hooligans! No question, no message, just take my money.
Thank you.
This is something we're more than happy to do.
Stay still!
There you go.
Jesus H. Christmas.
I think we got him.
Jacob Lerma, try telling that to Star Wars Twitter. I gave up telling anything to Twitter a long time ago.
Just gonna sit here for a second, heal up again. Criminy.
Hope that armor's worth it.
Saving this.
Sebastian Edmond, hey Lewis, if they were to give a show to any of the prequel side characters, which would you prefer, Bail Organa or Commander Cody?
Bail Organa.
Agreed. I actually think they're trying to bring him for another show. I'm not sure.
It helps that Jimmy Smits is just a great actor.
You have no idea how disappointed I was to find out that it's basically confirmed that Bale was on Alderaan when it blew up.
I mean, I always presumed he was.
It was always presumed, but there was always that chance he wasn't. But Rogue One all but confirmed it.
If you press F, you can heal quickly. Yeah, it needs the Medigel needs to recharge first, and it was in the middle of recharging.
Gen says, Jim Ballant, I hope your arms get stuck in a too small t-shirt.
There you go. See, you guys get it.
These are very creative, though. I will say that. Hey, Joey F., welcome to the show.
Welcome.
And William Kempla, welcome.
I think it's up above we need to go to get the armor or wherever we're going next. See, I'm not coughing as much now that I'm not as happy.
No, you seem like you were coughing a hell of a lot more when you were angry.
No.
Henymar Arnson, I mostly asked since a lot of people said the ending was better when it was more ambiguous. That and the fridging thing.
Well, it's definitely better that it was more ambiguous. Ooh, upgrade kit. All the stuff's it's like a supply room. It's just taking everything. Okay.
Ooh, this is bad.
What's that?
Insert bad comic writer here. I hope you bite into a hot pocket and all the filling falls out.
This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
Oh, gee! It's a piece of crap. Okay, yeah.
Whatever.
I'm glad we can help you get it back.
We only died a few hundred times.
You, Shepard.
Rex touches his grandfather's armor. His expression, thoughtful perhaps? Krogan are hard to read. Then he shakes off his bemusement and grips his gun with renewed purpose. Time to move on. Oh, glad we can be of service. Not any more pirates, are there?
We got your family honor back. We got your family armor back. Whoop-de-doo.
Lottie frickin' da, Rex.
Henriksen, which alien species from Star Wars and Star Trek do you like the design and concept of?
Of Star Trek and Star Wars? For Star Trek, either the Borg or Species 8472. Especially Species 8472. I like how hyper-organic they are, and yet still just being a regular alien species at the same time. And for Star Wars, that takes some thought. I'm not as familiar with a lot of the races of Star Wars as I am with Star Trek. Woo! See, I can woo again. Now we this is how we know things are good. I'm gonna go check out this anomaly real quick.
Lakua says, it was a real piece of crap, believe us. Mark Burgle, love how the ancient ancestral armor is complete junk in this day and age.
That's the opposite in fantasy games. In fantasy games, you know, ancient technology and ancient armor and weapons, that stuff is still gold.
Yeah. Of course, in real life and most other games, then yeah, you know what? It's true.
That's what happens when you have like thousands of years of no one maintaining it and polishing it and doing everything they can to keep it going.
What's Knight's armor made out of?
It depends on the armor. Copper, plate, steel.
I wonder if it'd be bulletproof.
Some of it is. Mind you, some of it, some material will rip through the armor depending on how thin it is and how and whatnot.
Yeah, this is true.
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
You're not the boss of me!
You need to turn back.
Shut up, Joker!
Beyond the range of the operational
Anwar Arnson, based on the introduction of Species 8472, aren't they just the Star Trek version of the Sith?
No. Like not even the slightest. They're a telepathic species from a realm made entirely of fluid. Like, fluidic space is a cool concept. It's space, but liquid. Like, we don't understand the full limits of it, but it's another dimension entirely.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm just watching the Mako and thinking how much it would suck to be inside that thing.
We got seatbelts. Oh hey, we found a Hatak.
Oh, okay.
Do, 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 do.
What do you mean this isn't level?
We got our own mothership, guys.
Tones the Geek says, should Naboo have never been created and just use Alderaan instead as Padme Amidala's home? It blowing up would have been more sad knowing what it looked like. But we know what Alderaan looked like. We saw it.
We did see Alderaan at the very end of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Mind you, yeah, it would have been more impactful if Naboo had been the one blown up, in hindsight.
Yeah, that I'll agree with. Plus, on
much,
the other
much
hand,
like how I said, I think it should have been Coruscant that got destroyed in Force Awakens. So, like,
I thought it was.
So did I at first.
I know.
But no, apparently it was not. It was not. It was
Yeah.
I can't remember the Hosniak system or something.
Yeah, Hosnian. Yeah, that makes no freaking sense. Although one thing
apparently the Republic changes their location every few years.
I will say this: one of the pluses that I liked is that they, the sequel trilogy, they did move the capital, so it wasn't Coruscant again. Which was a good move, I guess, because Coruscant was already so, it's the evil empire. So whatever.
Yeah.
Gordon ZX. If there's a Star Trek movie or TV show that stars a well-known character, which one would you want to be the star?
I don't. I would rather we have like a new ship that's actually doing exploring. I'm not interested in. Picard was fine. I liked it overall. There were still a lot of problems with it, but I don't think we should be focusing on a single character for any of these shows. Discovery focuses too much on Michael. Picard, it being his show and named after him, that's fine. But I would like a proper ensemble ship again.
Well, based on what I've heard, that's what Strange New Worlds will be.
Yeah, but it'll be a prequel series based off of original series stuff with characters we're already familiar with, and character development for some characters who won't go nowhere because we already know their direction. Also, I gotta be honest, that guy's not a great Spock.
Ethan Peck? Yeah, I kind of like Zachary Quinto better.
Yeah, Quinto's a much better Spock. Quinto convinces me that he's Spock. This dude from Discovery, I don't remember his name. You said a second ago.
Ethan Peck.
Yeah, at no point did he ever convince me he was Spock.
Kyoji Kashu, sorry. By the way, folks, just so you know, I am going to be butchering names left and right if you haven't figured that out by now. And I just finished SG-1 this week. Great series, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Emperor Seth. What's everyone's favorite space pirate? Metroid-style syndicates, classic pirates in space, Ryoko types?
Oh, you probably mentioned it. Ryoko is probably my favorite space pirate. Tenchi Muyo, that was the one I watched back during my anime phase. I say phase. Technically, it was a phase, considering I'm no longer like into anime like I used to be.
Fair point.
But that was for several years. Okay, they say we're supposed to go to Vermeer next. We'll go to Vermeer, but we're gonna call it quits in a bit here. Treasure Planet Pirates, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Pike's performance?
Pike was fine. It helped with Pike. We only had one episode, so there's a lot more room to work with him.
Yes. Well, technically 2, if you count, character development being beep. Patrick Caulfield. Last one of the night. Haven't heard you sing a Camelot song in a while. How about you sing us some tunes, Lewis?
If ever I would leave you, it wouldn't be in summer. Seeing you in summer, I never would go. It goes on like that. Basically, it's a song Lancelot sings to Guinevere about, well, I gotta get away from you because, because our affair is causing problems for things. So, well, I'll wait until next season to go, but well, how can I leave you during this time? I'll go to the next season. No, how can I leave you during this time? Etc., etc. So Straw Hat, the planet was called Hosnian Prime. 2, was that Pyramidas we just found? 3, have we found Rex's armor yet? Yeah, we just did that. We found it. We did it. It's all done. Hondo Onaka is best space pirate.
Agreed.
SK Vito Productions, any pirates on Farscape are okay until they die. I still have not seen Farscape, and I gotta fix that. I have Season 1 of Farscape sitting right here waiting for me to rip it. I gotta do that, because I want to watch Farscape.
Yeah, but you know what else you have that's already pre-ripped for you? Sequest.
Sequest! I knew there was something else I need to watch, especially now that I'm done with my Found Footage Fest. I gotta watch Lost, too. I ripped all of Lost.
Oof.
Angmar Arnson, better Star Trek question. What species would you consider giving a show to expand on their culture and stuff like that? Again, there's too much... I don't want singular focused stuff like that. I prefer things that allow us to spend time exploring each race in their own small parts, because eventually you get sick of seeing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I gotta agree. The only reason why I think DS9 worked was because it wasn't fully centric on the Bajorans or the Cardassians or the Federation.
Yeah, they were a huge part of the show, but we did not have every episode focused on the Bajorans.
Right.
Mike Fitchy 3, been so long since I heard Tenchi Muyo get brought up. Have to keep myself glued to anime these days because of my job as a writer, though. Alright, let's land on Vermeer.
I really need to go to Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland.
Mario, I started to watch Chernobyl Diaries, and then I stopped when I realized, oh wait, for me, found footage movies need to be 99% in found footage mode. And Chernobyl Diaries does not start in found footage mode. It starts out normal movie, and then it's supposed to transition into found footage later, and I call bullcrap on that.
Zero Armor. Droids in prequel trilogy would make better sense as 3PO belonged to the Naboo, and Anakin built R2.
And there you go. Captain Adventure 1983, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around and forget you.
Hurt you or something.
Hurt you, something like that, yeah. All right, let's land. Who are we bringing with us on Vermeer? We got Rex. Always good if you have Rex. We can always bring Liara, Tally along. We give Liara a break.
It's run around and desert you.
Run around and desert you. Garrison Rex is what Mario suggested.
Has anyone actively searched for that song just to listen to it? Because I have.
Oh yeah. Tones the Geek, would you be interested in a new Star Trek series that was a bit like Sliders, with the ship jumping around another galaxy with a unique setting every episode? Also a pyramid, ancient Egypt! Yeah, I would so be down for that. Henrik Henriksen, holy crap, that based on the purple coloring, that's like a $50 or $100 one. I think it's a 50 one.
I think it's a 50.
Yeah, so thank you so much. That's a lot. If the sequel trilogy was always meant to be the final chapter of the Skywalker saga, I feel that the First Order could have been a mix of both Empire and Separatists, having both stormtroopers and battle droids in their ranks. I am so looking forward to eventually getting the Rise of Skywalker review, because I'm going to tell you this right now. Much like the EU, it's much like how the EU tries to backtrack on mistakes and stuff they made. Rise of Skywalker only started being called the final part of the Skywalker saga after negative reaction to it. They tried to plug up the holes in it and the weird shift in focus by trying to make it part of, it's the culmination of all 9 movies. Bullcrap. Prequels, original, sequels. Three trilogies, not one big long saga. Don't try to bullcrap us.
Henmar Arnson, you sure humans have hogged the spotlight since day one? I figured it was about time we stopped the whole humans are great thing.
The entire point of the show is that humans are great in the future.
We are kind of cool, you know?
We are kind of awesome. We're not perfect. That's also supposed to be the point, which is what Roddenberry forgot when we got to TNG. But still, Locuus, have you seen the TNG videos that insert outtakes into the episode? They're great. I've not seen that. I kind of want to see that now.
Oh, God, yes, you've got to see that. Those are hilarious.
Anyway, Garrison Rex is what people saying we should bring with us, so yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
yes. They're called intakes, and they are freaking hilarious.
We'll go in hot and take
we're going to Mako again!
I'll get you in underneath their radar, Commander.
I'm so happy we're using the Mako all the time here. Woo!
Wow! That was cool.
That was great.
Clean drop, Commander.
Stay out of range and continue evasive maneuvers until I bring those AA towers down.
Where's Shepard?
I know
that's not the Mako.
Meet you at the camp once those towers are offline. Joke around.
Did you fall out of the Mako?
Apparently. All right, we are gonna call it quits for the night here. Like I said, we're doing another short one because I need to get back to work on the video. But you know what? Just because we dropped the Mako in like a nice environment. We're not on a big rocky terrain this time. Plot Point Media, hey Linkara, just stop by to see if you're doing well and to ask for good luck. Me and a friend are about to post a riff of Star Wars and a comic review. I just hope I don't screw this up. Best of luck to you. I hope it goes well for you. Ruined Queen of Oblivion looked up Belated Media's videos on how he would have made the prequels better. Yeah, a lot of people have been suggesting those. I really should look them up sometime. All right, we'll drive around a little bit because we're in water. This is cool. We haven't had Mako in, like, a nice beach planet before.
This is true.
Do a little bit of driving around, but of course we won't really save. Ooh, we got, like, space creatures here. Space crabs!
They look more robotic than anything.
Yeah, but they're not registering as enemies, so I'm not going to deliberately run them over. Paragon for life.
You'll run them over on accident.
Of course. Especially when we're doing, like, 6 stunts and stuff. Whoop. So I'm not going to go out of my way to try to kill him is all.
That wasn't even a 6 stunt. Jim Radloff, the Mako is actually in water. Appropriate.
Woo!
Robot space crabs. I now love this game. I fell in love with this game the moment we had monkeys on their own base on the moon.
Guys, we're shooting down drones.
This is the best game ever.
God, I love this game. And you're right, moon monkey madness. Oh no, they killed the thing!
Oh,
Those bastards! We will avenge them! There's one right in the middle of the thing. I don't want to add more to the revenge list.
There you go.
There you go, see?
Oh no! It's your duty to keep the robot spider crabs safe.
I will keep these things safe. We are environmentalists, damn it!
This is their natural home.
What was it? Like take only something, leave only footprints?
Oh, take only pictures, leave only. Oh no. It's either leave only footprints.
Yeah, take only pictures, leave only footprints. I think that was it.
Take only pictures, leave only footprints. There's one that's memories, but I don't remember what it is.
That's fine. We get the idea across. As we try to preserve the natural habitat.
SKH Video Production. Latest Star Trek intake says Wesley with changeling girlfriend. Ooh, I gotta see that. And Sir Straw Hat. We're monkeys on the moon. We look just like baboons. Since there ain't no whales, we just tell tall tales and sing our merry tune.
Beautiful. This is why we are best environmentalists.
Oh, this is nice. The only thing that really sucks is that those crabs really did turn out to be enemies.
Look, if they were controlling them, we'd be worried, but they're not, so we're good. Oh my god, it killed itself!
Ah! Okay, that wasn't your fault.
That was not my fault!
That was totally his fault.
That thing was having problems.
We always knew they were suicidal, now we know.
This is their fault. The drones interfere with their ability to tell where they were supposed to go. You know, like how magnetic fields can affect birds and stuff?
Yeah.
This is their fault.
That's what it was. Totally. Jacob Lerma, well, I buy Disney bullcrap. It's fun for me.
We're from Greenpeace!
Whoa, you drove right into that. That was totally on you.
Yeah, it was so awesome.
Yeah, dude, yeah. It's like a dog chasing cars. Oh, man.
Do you mind? I am trying to enjoy the serenity of nature, damn it!
They obviously have different plans. We're from Space Greenpeace. Don't mess with us or our crabs.
Why can't I hit this thing? There we go.
I'm worried a little bit, though, because Brian Weber says, I randomly drop in on one of these, and it's Vermeer. Oh, dear. Vermeer has all but replaced Kobayashi Maru in my family's in-joke vocabulary.
Oh, good!
I had something there for a second.
That'll be fun when we come back to this next week.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, where is... There's got to be another one, because we're being jammed.
Gordon ZX, which is more whiny, Anakin, Wesley, or Titus?
Anakin, Wesley, or Titus? It's a toughie.
Anakin.
A little bit, yeah.
7 Seraphim 7. This is a perfectly legitimate scientific research base. Would you like some crab cakes? I'm sorry, Chad. I don't know Titus, so that's why
Titus is from Final Fantasy X. Star player, the Xanarkand Abe's. I make a Final Fantasy X joke in the Revenge of the Sith review. This is a preview.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm sorry, Jim. Let me see if I can find your super chat. Oh, there we go. Jim Redlove. Environmentalist Linkara is Captain Every Planet.
Captain Every I love it. German Shepherd,
Yes.
Captain Every Planet.
There you go.
We save yet? I need to get to a place we can save so we can call it quits for the night.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to save.
No, I figure might as well. We've already gotten this far.
True.
Devia
drive back
Smolka,
a
have
little
you
bit.
seen Apocalypse War? No, I have not. I am not interested in the DC direct-to-video movies.
There you go. I might be able to save there. Oh. Whoa.
Death Colossus!
Yeah, never mind.
Beautiful! Look at that thing! I can't see very well. It looks like a giant robot dinosaur.
It kind of does. Well, actually, it kind of looks like a very big version of the crabs. Run it down. Look, the Mako's cool and all, but I don't think it's that cool.
Woo! Oh my god, it worked!
Oh wow, I did not expect that to work. Oh,
This is the power of the Mako! Do not doubt the Mako!
Mario, shoot her!
I put my faith in the Mako!
Yay! Alright, maybe you can save here.
Nope.
Nope. It's a giant mouser from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I tell you what's really making this amusing is seeing the circle that you're drawing on the river.
Yeah. Spinning donuts.
New planet, same old tricks.
Oldie but goodies.
Animar Arnson. Earth, water, wind, fire, or heart? All
Mako.
the above. There you go. And Mark Bergdahl. Ramming speed. Nathan Otlinger. Oh, you're going to have to set this guy straight, Linkara. I'm sorry. I still doubt the Mako.
How dare!
Well, to be fair.
Well, I accidentally entered repair mode, and so I was a sitting duck. Mako is the fifth element.
Oh, that was fun.
All right, well, that's it for this evening. My cough has started to go away, so we know I'm definitely not sick. I probably will start coughing again just because of how happy the Mako makes me. It's treason, then. Suppressing fire! Anyway, thank you guys for coming out yet again for Mass Effect. I don't know if the first part of Revenge of the Sith will be out tomorrow. I'm going to try my best. No guarantees. But it's going to be a good one. I feel very good about this one to end out the sequel trilogy. Sorry, prequel trilogy. Captain Adventure 1993, last one for tonight, Q Darth Vader. No! Sir Straw Hat, alright, I'm gonna call Space AAA and have them tow us. 7 Seraphim 7, the Mako is sucking the life from the planet. I think you are wrong, dear sir or madam. I'm not sure which one you are. The Mako is restoring the natural power of the planet. We're like a reverse spirit bomb.
Oh, Mako is the best.
Mako is the best. I love the Mako. Anyway, have yourselves a good night. We will be back. We'll be back next week. No idea if we'll be back on Saturday again. I don't know what to expect from the Rogue One review. I've looked through the comic. I don't think I have as much to say about Rogue One as I do, like, even in terms of like plot summary, than I do for the prequel movies. So we'll see about that. But for now, Revenge of the Sith coming this week. Enjoy it. Hopefully part 1 tomorrow. No promises. Have yourselves a great rest of the evening. All praise be to the Mako.
Yes, the Mako. Since Zen's not here, I feel I can say this. Mako supersedes Landrew.
Yep, I believe it. When Zen comes back next week, she can dispute you.
Yeah, but you know what? She's not going to know, because she's not going to know any of this happened.
How happy it Makos you? Are you of the Mako?
You're not of the Mako! You're not!
The Mako must flow! Alright, have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Great stream tonight.
Great stream.